Title: The Last Sermon. Father Albin Crowley was known in Granger's Hollow as a man of God. His sermons drew crowds from towns over, and his prayers were whispered to be powerful enough to banish even the most stubborn of demons. But what the townsfolk didn't know was that Father Crowley had begun hearing voices, not of the Holy Spirit, but something older, something hungry. It began subtly, a flickering candle during midnight prayer, blood dripping from the crucifix above his bed. Too many confessions, too many prayers, but the whispering grew louder. "You feed them," it hissed one night as he knelt before the altar. "But who feeds you?" He looked up. The statue of Christ had tears of ink-black tar running down its cheeks. His heart pounded. His breath caught. Behind him, the church doors creaked closed, though no one had touched them. The next day, he fasted. The second day, he bled from the gums when he spoke his morning blessings. By the third day, the voice didn't whisper, it commanded, and he listened. That evening, his wife, Margaret, made lamb stew. Their two children, Lily, 7, and Joseph, 4, sat quietly as he said grace. But the words came out wrong. "Blessed be this flesh, and the bone beneath. Blessed be the blood that warms the feast." Margaret glanced up, confused. "Albin?" His eyes rolled back, his tongue forked into. The thing inside him finally took over. He lunged across the table. Screams echoed down the street, but no one came. The neighbors had learned to ignore strange sounds from the priest's house. It was, after all, a house of penance and prayer. They didn't find the bodies for 3 days. When officers entered, the dining room was a scene of pure blasphemy. The table was smeared with blood, chunks of flesh gnawed clean and arranged like communion wafers. Margaret's head was placed reverently in the center, hollow eyes staring toward the altar he had built in the corner, a twisted version of his church's. Lily's tiny arms were folded in prayer, but they had been sewn to her chest. Joseph's rib cage was cracked open and empty, and Father Crowley, he was found kneeling before the altar, whispering a sermon to no one. His mouth was full of hair and fingernails. His eyes were gouged out, yet he smiled. "They are in me now," he rasped. Forever in his belly, when the officers tried to move him, he bit off one of their ears. He didn't speak again after that, but every night, the other inmates in the asylum say they hear him preaching. They say his voice changes, sometimes a child, sometimes a woman, sometimes something inhuman. No one makes it through his sermons without vomiting. And deep in the bowels of Granger's Hollow Asylum, a new rumor stirs. They say the walls are starting to bleed.